All right, well, joining us now on the line is AfriForum's CEO, Kali Creel. Good morning to you, Mr. Creel. Thank you for joining us on Afro Breakfast.
Good morning. It's a pleasure speaking to you.
As a start, what is your interest in the matter?
Well, we represent the Dube family, Punzile Dube, that tragically died in the accident. Family, her mother, Ma Edina Dube, as well as her brother, Duduzane, they both asked us to represent them to make sure that justice is being done for Punzile. And we are happy now that we've got to the point where Duduzane Zuma will be held accountable in court, and that justice is being done for the Dube family.
You've been representing the family, you say. In what capacity, sir, and what have you done for the family so far in terms of that representation you speak of? Are you paying for legal fees? What form is this representation taking?
Yes, what happened when the NPA decided not to prosecute and it became known through so-called Gupta mails, then the family, we spoke to the family and they said that we should make sure that there is prosecution. So Advocate Harry Nell then represented the family and wrote to the NPA to ask for a nollie prosecute certificate so that we could privately prosecute Mr. Duduzane Zuma. And of course, what then happened is the NPA then decided no, that they would rather then reconsider the matter, and they decided to then prosecute Mr. Duduzane Zuma, which is for us, it's great. We're not there in the first place to prosecute. It's the job of the NPA. We're simply an alternative if the NPA does not do their job. So this is a win in a sense that there's now the NPA acts as they should have done in the first place.
There is a perception that AfriForum only really gets involved in cases where their political opponents are involved or guilty of certain offences. And I'll tell you why. You've got a case here where the former president's son, Duduzane Zuma, is accused in this particular case, and you've gotten involved and highly involved in the matter. But you've failed in various instances to get involved in cases where, for instance, let me give you one example. The coffin assault case, where a young man was put in a coffin by farm owners, farm workers. In that particular case, you were very quiet about it. Why is it that it seems that you're sort of polarizing the nation, so to speak? Why do you not get involved in cases where we'd like to hear your voice in the abuse, for instance, of farm workers? Why are you silent?
Well, I think you're totally wrong to say that we were silent with regard to the coffin case.
What did you say, sir?
We condemn that in the strongest possible terms. But the fact is...
Did you help the family, sir? Did you help the family?
No, the NPA in that case decided to prosecute as they should have done. So if you understand how the process works, we can't just go and prosecute. The NPA has to take a decision to prosecute or not to prosecute.
As in this particular case, sir, but you didn't get involved. We weren't vocal about it, sir.
No. No. Of course, I told you we were vocal about it, but the NPA decided to prosecute. If the NPA decided to prosecute Duduzane Zuma, we would not have become involved in this case. So the fact that there's political interference at the NPA means that the cases where we get involved in are cases of political nature. They prosecute all these other cases you mentioned, and as they should do, but we're saying that nobody is above the law, even if your surname is Zuma.
What would you like to be the outcomes of this particular case as Duduzane Zuma finds himself in court starting now for this particular situation?
Well, I think we want simply a free and fair trial where Mr. Duduzane Zuma has the full right to state his case, and where a judge or magistrate will be able to decide if he's guilty or not. And that would help the Dube family to find closure, to know that the process has gone its course and justice was done. So that's all we want from this case. This should have happened a few years ago already, but we're happy that it's happening now.
All right, Mr. Kali Creel, thank you very much for speaking to us on Afro Breakfast.